Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of AIRIS. We are back at it again. We last left off. Actually, I just hit start. I should have loaded. Alright, so we're gonna load our last save from where we last left off. This is where we have to make a important decision. The question is, what should I do? Is Lyle right? Should we keep this matter to ourselves? So we have three options. We can either ask a trusted friend, Aliya, to ask around for information, compromise and ask only a couple trusted guildmates, insist on asking the other vassals in the guild. So we have three choices. It seems as if Aliya trusts Lyle. So, he seems to be a close friend of Aliya, so I believe the best choice would be to definitely not compromise and ask a couple trusted guildmates. Even if they're trusted, can't really, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a good choice to me. Asking other vassals doesn't seem like a good idea. I think asking your trusted friends that are near and dear and close to you is probably the best choice, because, you can really trust close friends more than guildmates or other vassals. So I'm gonna go with this one. My stomach churns in anxiety and I pluck at a stray thread on my sleeves, deep in thought. I can't say Lyle is wrong, but I need to know what's happening to me. The memory of Teddy's fearful voice as she tries to wake me earlier flashes across my mind and I swallow hard. I need to know. Maybe we can come to a compromise, Lyle. Ooh, that was actually narration. I should have done my regular voice. My bad, guys. Instead of asking around a guild personally, what if I ask Aliya to keep an ear out for any hint of information? Or perhaps she'd be willing to subtly ask a few friends to see if anyone has experienced any blackouts. That seems like a good idea. Good to ask more people to see if they're having the same symptoms that our main character Aliya is having. So that seems like a great idea. Aliya is the warrior with the highest rank in the guild. Even the king respects her. Nobody would doubt her ability to be a vassal of AIRIS, even if they suspect she's suffering from periods of unconsciousness. Okay, so far, it seems like I've chosen the best choice, because it appears that Aliya, a close friend of Aliya, seems to be respected by even the king of this whole town, AIRIS. So that seems to be kind of interesting. So she's well known, well trusted. So I think we picked the right choice. There really is no right choice, but I think of the three, we picked the best choice. At least that's what it appears to be so far. Lyle bites their lip, clearly trying to find an argument against my suggestion. Yes, I admit that would initially avoid... Ooh, I skipped that. It's likely nobody will know anything more than we do. Do you really think it's worth the risk? Yes. Lyle seems surprised at my firm, swift response and falls silent, bowing their head. Lyle, I'm trying to come to a compromise because I respect and share your concerns. I know what you fear, but... Lyle, even if there is no one else suffering from the same blackouts, which I highly doubt is the case anyway, don't you think we have a duty to warn the others? We have sworn to protect the country and protect the people of AIRIS. If this is a new sort of sickness, we cannot keep this to ourselves. There we go, Aliya. That's the girl I know. Be strong and confident. Lyle still doesn't speak, but their face betrays a desire to speak, to disagree with me further, perhaps. Eventually, Lyle exhales loudly and spreads their hands in front of them with a shrug. It seems like he's come to a consensus. Well, I don't really have a choice. I can't stop you anyway. You never budge as soon as it involves protecting other people. Relieved that I don't have to argue with my best friend anymore, I flash Lyle an impish grin. I just take my job seriously. Instead of cracking a rueful smile like I expected them to, Lyle only shrugs and sighs yet again. This time, I'm certain that Lyle is avoiding my eyes on purpose. Disconcerted by Lyle's strange demeanor, I turn away and stretch my arms above my head. realizing that some of my earlier fatigue has faded during our conversation. Still, looking away from them, I tip my head in the direction of the guild hall. So, shall we go to the guild hall? There's no time like the present, right? Right. Right, if you want to. Pretending not to notice the lack of enthusiasm in their distracted answer, I give them a warm smile. You coming? No, I'm afraid not. I have somewhere I need to be. His voice is cracking a bit there. He must be hiding something, Lyle. An urgent matter. I raise an eyebrow, crossing my arms in front of my chest. Oh, you didn't mention that when you stopped me in the middle of the street to talk. Yes, I just suddenly remembered I have a prior engagement. I'm going to be late, so I must run. I'll see you tomorrow, Aliya. Well, there he goes. Still not meeting my eyes, Lyle bobs her head in a quick farewell and rushes off, their strides long and hurried. I can only stare after Lyle's retreating back, feeling a deep unease. Is Lyle hiding something from me? If so, what could it possibly be? Exactly what I said before. He must be hiding something. He must know about this disease, or he must know about the urgent matter that's currently going on in the town of AIRIS. Things are starting to get a little interesting. New character. Gotta think of a new voice for her. You've really never heard of someone experiencing that? Well, not unless they're consumed too much alcohol, no. Are you sure? Can you think harder? You know of everything that happens in the guild. You've never overheard anyone complaining about a hole in their memory or waking up in strange places they don't remember going to. I realize that my voice has continuously risen in volume as my anxiety grows, and I immediately duck my head, lowering my tone to a whisper, but it's too late. I can feel someone staring at my back, and a quick glance behind me confirms my suspicions. There's a vaguely familiar man hovering near the quest board in the hall, his spectacles glinting in the flickering light of a nearby lamp as he tilts his head in my direction. I really haven't heard anything about that? Why? Is it important? Mindful of the stranger's burning gaze on me still, I force a casual smile, though it probably comes out more like a grimace. Not particularly, no. Are you alright, Aliya? Why are you suddenly asking odd things like that? Have you finally lost your mind to fatigue from your constant training? See, I warned you about that. It doesn't matter how much you train, you'd never beat me anyway. Avaria flashes me an impish smile, and I return the smile weakly. No, nothing, no reason. Don't worry about it. Avaria clearly doesn't believe me, and I lean in closer, lowering my voice to a whisper. Listen, can I ask you a favor? Ask you for a favor? Of course, what is it? Can you keep an ear out for any information about blackouts like the ones I described, or perhaps try to find out for me if anyone has heard of this happening? Avaria's brows furrow in confusion, but she agrees readily with a small nod. Of course, but what's going on, Aliya? If you've ever run into some sort of trouble, you can tell me, I try my best to help. Your genuine concern brings a real smile to my face, and I touch her arm lightly in gratitude. It's nothing like that. It's nothing like that, Evie, but thank you. It's good to know that you have my back. The doubt lingers in Avaria's eyes, but she gives a curt nod. I'll let you know if I hear anything. Thank you. With one last grateful smile, I leave her table and head towards a quiet corner of the guild hall, wanting to get as far away from the searching eyes of a stranger as possible. I take a sip from my drink slowly, using the opportunity to peek to my left. Yep, he's still staring at me, his brows furrowed as though he's trying to figure out the world's biggest mystery. Probably shouldn't linger around anymore. Damn it, Lyle is going to be really upset when they hear about how I've messed up. And in the end, I didn't even learn anything useful at all. I can only hope Avaria will bring good news at some point. With a heavy sigh, I down my beer in one gulp and slammed the empty glass back onto the table, pushing myself to feet. Troubled? Question. Mother of... Who the hell are you? Do you have a habit of sneaking up on people? I spin around to stare in anger at the cause of my near heart attack, but I falter at the sight of the stranger from earlier. It's him, the weird guy who probably overheard what I was saying to Avaria. What does he want? Look at her face, it's all blue. Oh lord. Japanese anime. My stomach begins to tie itself into knots, and I instinctively take a step back, my back bumping into the corner of the table. His gaze darts to my back, pressed up against the table, and his face transforms into a friendly, reassuring smile that, strangely enough, makes me relax just a bit. So, we don't know this person's name, so I'm gonna stick with the same voice I gave the narrator for this guy. I'm sorry, have I startled you? My name is Kylan. It's a pleasure to meet you. So now we know his name, but I think I'm gonna keep his voice the same as the narrator. Eyeing him with suspicion, I can only manage a curt nod and terse answer. Aliya, nice to meet you. Aliya, I think I've heard that name before. The music is picking up all of a sudden. I like it. He tilts his head, his brows furrowing in concentration as he thinks. Oh, I know who you are. You're one of the warriors in the front lines of the... What's the name of that battle again? That raid on the Wrath's Nest a couple years back. You were awarded a Medal of Bravery for your heroic acts, weren't you? Despite myself, I can't help but return a smile, standing just a little straighter. Yeah, I was. I'm surprised you remember that. I just have a good memory, and I like to keep up with the news about the vassals. I used to be one, you see, before I retired a few years back. Retired? My eyebrow raising, I sweep my gaze over his figure. He looks barely older than me. How can he be retired already? Catching my eyes, Kylan's smile grows, and he taps his left shoulder with one finger. Injured in battle. Never quite recovered the same. Oh, I see. A wave of sympathy rushes over me. Just the thought of having to give up my dream of being a vassal for the country, protecting the people with my sword. Were the medics unable to heal the injury? I hear they can perform some pretty miraculous feats with their healing magic. Kylan shakes his head slowly with a small smile tinged with sadness. Poison fangs saved my life by purifying the poison, but can't fix the damaged muscles in my shoulder. I feel sorry for you, Kylan. I really wish that wasn't the case. You seem like a cool guy and just an average citizen. So I wish you could have been able to fully recover, but thank you for your time. As powerful as the healers are, they can't cure everything, a concern that I believe you share as well. Uh-oh, looks like he's kinda overheard Aliya and Avaria talking to each other before, so he kinda eavesdropped, I guess. It's kinda messed up, but unless he has a solution to help, he should kinda just, buzz off. My gaze sharpens at the knowing glint in his eyes, and I realize with the start that he's referring to what he overheard from my conversation earlier. Damn it, he got my guard down. I should have left as soon as he approached me. I don't know what you're talking about. Am I still to reply? Kylan lowers his voice, adopting a soothing tone. Look, I don't mean any harm. I just overheard what you said to your friend earlier, and I think I may be able to help with your problem, that's all. Okay, so you may have eavesdropped, which is still bad no matter what, but if he's able to help, that's a really good thing. So I think Aliya should keep her cool and try to make friends with this guy, so maybe we could potentially find a cure for Aliya's disease. Whew, you can trust me. While he speaks, I've taken the opportunity to inch away from him, trying to think of ways to extricate myself from this conversation, but his words give me pause. He thinks he can help with my situation? Alrighty, we're at another question, an instance. I'm going to call these instances. Should I stay and hear what he has to say, or leave before the situation escalates further? This is an interesting scenario. I think the way this guy's face looks like he looks like some spy or something. Like he's just oddly just staring out into outer space. So I don't know. This is actually a tough decision. So we have three possible responses. We can hear him out, we can wave Avaria over to help you escape, and we can leave while I still can. This guy has been nice to us so far. I mean, looks can be deceiving, so I think I'm gonna hear him out. Crossing my arms in front of my chest, I slide him a suspicious look out of the corner of my eyes. Also, before we continue the episode, I probably should have said this in the beginning. I'm going to try to make this episode slightly. Okay, that was weird. I'm going to try to make this episode slightly longer because I won't be here over the weekend, as I will be vlogging on my main channel. And I will be busy, so I may not be able to do another recording till Sunday. So I'm going to try to make this a slight bit longer, but we do have to leave soon, so I hope you guys really do enjoy this series so far. Let me know what you think of it by commenting down in the comment section. Crossing my arms in front of my chest, I slide him a suspicious look out of the corner of my eyes. I'm listening. Kylan adjusts his glasses, a smile tugging at the corner of her lips. Thank you for not running. Well, after I retired from being a vassal, I began to spend all my days researching magical cures, potions, and the like. To heal my shoulder, you see. I think I might have something that can ease the symptoms of your affliction. Well, that would be really helpful. My heart begins to pound in hope, and I turn to face Kylan fully. What about a cure? Do you know what kind of illness this is? I'm afraid not. I apologize. I exhale loudly, closing my eyes from the bitter disappointment. Of course, I should have known. However, if you agree to aid me in my research, I can work on finding a cure to your problem. At the eager tone of his voice and curious glint in his eyes, my guard rises again. What is he planning? He must be also hiding something from us. Research. No, this is too risky. I know nothing about the sky. And for all I know, he's planning to conduct strange experiments on me for his sadistic pleasure. Thank you for your kind offer, but I believe I'll pass. Look, I promise that this will be completely harmless. It's just, I'm afraid it's still a no. I must leave now. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. Oh, what are you doing, Aliya? You're blowing it. I mean, it might be risky, but this is your only hope to get the cure, or at least medicine to ease the symptoms of your disease. This might be your only shot, and you're leaving this guy? Even in the sketchiest of situations, if it's my only hope, I'd take it if this was me. Wait! Shrugging off his hand on my arm, I make a beeline for the exit. Thankfully, when I turn my head back to peek over my shoulder, I see that Kylan has decided not to give chase, merely staring after me with a confused frown. I don't know if that was a good idea. We're back with Teddy. Honestly, did you have to make me come along for this sort of simple quest? Even though he wouldn't have a Western voice, but I gave him a Western voice. You just delivered some packages from one end of town to the other. You don't need me here. Pausing to catch my breath, I plopped down to the ground and began to fan myself. Next to me, Teddy raises up 2 legs and pokes me with one paw. Hey, don't ignore me. I reach out to give her a gentle pat on the head, smiling at the pout on her face. I just want to spend some time with you. You don't mind keeping me company, do you? I hide a grin when she drops back down to all fours, her nose in the air. Stop wasting time then. Let's go. Mother of souls, Teddy. It's boiling hot today. Let me take a break. I'm about to die from heat exhaustion. Get out. Your fault for taking this kind of quest. You aren't a novice vassal. There are better quests more worthy of your time. I bite my lip, staying silent as I continue to fan myself. I can't exactly tell Teddy that I need all the quests I can get to keep my mind off things. Immediately, the blackouts and Kylan's offer pop into my head, and I try to push the thoughts away. The shopkeeper offered decent rewards. I could use the gold. Don't you already have? Teddy doesn't get a chance to finish her sentence because a familiar voice rings out above us, making us lift our heads. Aliya, hey, what are you doing? Oh, hey, Avaria, what are you doing here? Aren't you doing physical training with Lyle today? Lyle seemed distracted and out of sorts today, so we, called it quits early. You wouldn't happen to know what's bothering them, would you? I could make a wild guess, but I doubt Lyle would be happy with me telling Avaria the truth. Sensing my hesitation, Avaria shrugs with a grin. You don't have to tell me. Anyways, what's with the gigantic cart? Did you go on a shopping spree again? I did not. It's for a quest. I'm delivering goods for a shopkeeper. Avaria raises an eyebrow, glancing at the cart again. Since when do you accept quests other than, like, the ones that require you to swing your sword at things? That's what I said as well. See? Even Teddy agrees with me. Shooting the two of them a playful glare, I duck my head, hating that I have to lie to them. I just need the gold. Well, shucks, Aliya. If you needed the gold, you could just go on another run through a dungeon, like with me. We had pretty good loot yesterday, like, didn't we? Yesterday? Did you forget already? We, like, cleared the Cavern of Deception yesterday together, along with, like, Ridri and Darren. The alarm bells in my head slowly began to go off and my breathing hitches, and I realize I have absolutely no memory of the dungeon run at all. Ah, so it seems like this is where she lost her memory. Interesting. In fact, until Avaria pointed it out, I didn't even realize that my entire afternoon from yesterday is a complete blank in my mind. Are you alright, Aliya? Like, you just suddenly went pale. Well, even paler than normal. I'm fine. Sorry, I'd love to stay and talk, but I need to hurry and finish this quest. I'll see you around, Avaria. Alright, like, see ya. Flashing her an apologetic glance, I grabbed the handles of the car and began to push it down the road, slowly increasing my pace until I'm almost running. Teddy scampers after me, shouting at me to wait up. Aliya, you idiot, this is the wrong way. You took the wrong turn. Panting, I can barely force the words out of my mouth in between my gasps for air. Need to find someone first. Who? Seeing the Guildhall building come into view, I skid to a halt, causing Teddy to stumble over his feet. Wait here, watch the cart. Ignoring Teddy's baffled cries, I dart into the Guildhall. Alrighty, I think we're gonna end it here, guys. We are at the Guildhall, so we're gonna call it a day over here. So I'm gonna quickly overwrite the save so we can restart this. We can restart the next episode where we last left off at, exactly here. So that's going to conclude this episode. If you guys are liking the series, please let me know, and I'd love to continue doing more episodes of this so my channel can get noticed. It's a small gaming channel, but eventually I'll grow as long as you have dedication and you really care about your videos and have the passion and keep on posting. You will get noticed eventually by people. It's not about the subs. It's about the amount of viewers that are viewing your videos, so you get noticed and then you get subs. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more content like this and others, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.